What's going on, YouTube? Hey, y'all. It's me, the BBK, and welcome back to the Boss's Clubhouse. Baby, 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 baby. Good God. Oh, baby. Now, Jada Pinkett. Wait, before I get into my little commentary, because we're going to be over a little bit over everywhere, let me just say this. Whether she was first, real quick. Um, First, I want to give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to Keish, talking out loud with Keish. She did a video today and she spoke on a topic that was befitting to me. And it was interesting listening to her commentary and applying how much of it had applied to something that I had only done 10 minutes prior to her going live. But I will say this again, shout out to Keish, because you know what? You made a very, very valid point. Your commentary was on point because you're right. Sometimes you really can't try to help a neighbor or clean up in a neighbor's yard because the yard's so full of shit, the driveway full of shit, the house full of shit, their life full of shit, to where if you don't just walk away from the situation, you'll be so full of shit that you can't even wash it off. So shout out to Keish for that absolutely fabulous commentary. What's going on, Queen Veronica, Queen Diva? What's up, JLC87? Um, yeah. And I was kind of wanting to play devil's advocate, I guess, if you will, and try to uh put a band-aid or some healing on relationships that I thought, were worthy of it. But you know what? Again, my bad, because I have to remember YouTube is a different type of beast, and people can be really flaky on YouTube. And, hey, I've witnessed firsthand. I had no idea how many sheep were on YouTube. So thank you, Keish, because that commentary said a whole lot more than what your actual lips released. It definitely painted a whole new story, and I appreciate that. So now that that's out of the way, Jada Pinkett and August Alsina. I was just asked a little bit ago what I thought about it, and I commend Jada for having a secondary relationship or a tertiary, a fourtiary, or fiftiary, or whatever it's called. Because, her husband was having one. I think the lady's name was Maria. I want to say it was Maria. I might be out. She looked like she might have been El Salvadorian or Puerto Rican. Very beautiful Hispanic, Latina looking type of lady. Small frame. But, they outed that, a year and a half ago. They had been traveling together and they were trying to keep it low key, but it was funny because all of the pictures that she was taking was at the same place that he was taking pictures. They were all in the same group. He would be on one end of the group, she would be on the other end, but it was obvious. And I'm a firm believer if your man is over there riding on top of somebody else, there's no harm in you riding underneath somebody else, riding underneath somebody else. If she was messing with August Alsina, she needed to. Um, she got to be able to get her rocks off. She might as well enjoy getting her rocks off with somebody she like. Hey, Camille. And why not August? I don't think he's got the herpes, right? I mean, I know it's quite a few of them got the herpes. I don't think August is one of them. Yeah. So I remember almost 2 years ago when Will came home early and called Mark Anthony on the couch. They was just talking. But she had mentioned to him that she was meeting with Mark. So I think that kind of caught him off guard a little bit. What's going on, Walia? Yeah, that kind of caught him off guard a little bit. So, huh. But hey, I commend her for whatever she got to do to keep their relationship intact. They have a very open relationship. Rumor has it they have been swingers for a lifetime. I forgot why, Leah. I'll take care of it, babe. Um, they had been swingers for a long time, which means whenever you're getting involved with people outside of the relationship, obviously you're going to catch feelings sooner or later. Shit, he can get it. August fine to me. He ain't bad looking to me either, Diva. But I don't know what the hell was going on with that hair he was wearing the other day. Now that part I can't ride with that part, August. I'm gonna need you to go low again, boo. Cut it down, go back low again. Cause you had all that hair, then you had color on it. It was I couldn't. What's up, Super Deep 49? Hey mama. And I heard he has an extremely large. Yes, he does. And I believe I saw his peen on LSA. Now, T.I.'s peen was over there. It was quite a few people's peen over there. I think I tried to take y'all over this. Oh, no, I took y'all over there to see the list of celebrities, actors, actresses, and political people with the political affiliations who had herpes. But yeah, they have a whole section for peen pics on LSA. I believe it's in the XCS section, and that's sex spelled backwards. Love you too, babe. Love you too, Lily. Um, yeah, girl. Yes, ma'am. But I tell you who do got definitely got a big peen. Wait a minute, it ain't August. What's that other one little name with the herpes? Trey. Trey Songz, honey. Trey Songz got a nice little Peter Weeder. He got a nice large Peter Weeder. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Now you know they say that Usher got a hook, but you know he also got them little bumps because we know he got the herpes. But yeah, I'm not mad at I'm not mad at Jada. Oh girl, do what you do, boo. Make it do it. Nothing wrong with it. He doing it. Why not her? Why not her? So, anyways, in the news, let me pull up because I'm on my phone and I didn't transfer nothing. Oh, prison officials in Kansas ignored the pandemic, and then still the prisoners start dying at an alarming rate. An alarming rate. Attorney Ben Crump, tweeted a picture of a man by the name of Patrick Priest Jr. He is a member of the KKK. He shot his daughter's black boyfriend 3 times, trying to kill him by spraying his car with bullets on June 19th. Thankfully, the young man survived, but Creek is free on only $500 bail for a malicious wounding charge. Now, $500 bail. If the bail was only $500, he bonded out at $50. If the bail was $5,000, he bonded out for $500. What gets me about this tweet is that they only charged him for malicious wounding. Now, I'm going to type his name as Usher just a waste of big P. No one wants bumps. Right. I'm not mad at Jada either. Okay. Look, Camille says she ain't mad neither. What? I'm shocked to hear you say that, Camille, because most of the married women, girl, they be mad. They be mad because women be messing around on their husbands or single women mess with married men. Um, so okay, so this happened in Virginia with Patrick Reese shooting this black guy. Um, and they charged him with malicious wounding. Malicious wounding. That is attempted murder, any kind of way you want to look at it. Now, the attorney has made calls to upgrade the crime to a federal hate crime. Patrick claims he fired shots in self-defense and that the boyfriend kept threatening to kill him. Now, unless he was standing in front of the boyfriend's car, the young man was in the car and was of no threat to him. And see, we talked about this before, identifying when lethal force should and should not be used. Child, please, open marriage. Yes, they very much so have an open marriage, and I think we've all known about this from day one, pretty much. The court documents say that Crease and his daughter, he pointed a weapon at. The court documents said that the black guy, the boyfriend, pointed a weapon at Crease and his daughter. And in fear of his life, he fired his own weapon at the man's car several times, striking and seriously wounding him. Police said he remained on the scene and was in possession of the firearm. Now, a Change.org petition was started to increase the firearms charge against Creeth to a federal hate crime with no bond. It's been signed by 24,000 people so far. The petition was shared by rapper 50 Cent, singer Trey Songz, and civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who claimed that Creeth is a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Officials have not confirmed whether or not this is true, and we know that they probably never will because it has no bearing on the Change.org petition. If they start putting that on the petition, they could easily holler, racism or, hate, what do you call it, branding him as a racist or prejudice. Um, we know that's not the case, but that's how they do. Hang on, I gotta upgrade my chat. Okay. The wounded man was not identified and did not speak to reporters. He's not been charged. The investigation is ongoing. Now, if they did not find a shell casing from that brother's alleged gun, this is some straight BS. The police have made statements about how they felt about the decrease in budget, the budget cuts, and that they are not in the process of trying to, what's the proper word? They're not trying to kiss and make up with the civilians. If the civilians mad, we'll get over it. They done, lost work hours, lost money, lost the ability to go out and do what they've been doing, and it's killing us at an alarming rate. So they really don't care too much about us. That goes back into when these volunteers start coming out and answering non-emergency calls. That's going to speak facts, big facts, on how they're going to react if the volunteer is met with violence, hatred, or somebody trying to put their hands on them. To me, that's a sign that the police gonna come in and continue to do what they've been doing for centuries, and that's come in and blast first and talk about it later. The new virus is not like the old virus. Florida seems to be having some major issues. Arizona More than 15,000 people are being tested daily. Their positive results have risen from 9% to 20% over the last month. And it's clear that they need to test more people a lot faster in order to try to get ahead of the game. Uh, so, y'all, please be careful. The virus is still taking us out. Let's see, what else? I hear tell that the rate of kids being kidnapped and trafficked out of Chicago is really, really bad. So, y'all, no matter where you're traveling to, no matter where you go, hold your child's hand. I just saw a video on Instagram the other day, and I couldn't tell if she was white, Italian, Hispanic, what color, but she wasn't black. She had a baby in a stroller, and then she had a little boy walking next to her. Now, they were in the parking lot of some shopping center. They were walking between the cars. They needed to cross the main path to get to the next set of cars, but a car was coming. This little boy saw the car coming and took off and ran across the street in front of the car, and the car hit him, knocked him a few feet, didn't kill him. He might not even really have felt that his adrenaline was pumping so hard. But after the car had hit him, that's when the lady let the buggy go and ran around there to get him. She should have been trying to grab his hand when he first took off to run across the street. Y'all listen. I ain't never been one to call CPS on somebody, but girl, and it looked like the camera that recorded it was a camera from, one of those surveillance cameras from the mall parking lot or the grocery store parking lot, whatever lot they was in. It was high up off the ground, so you had the full vision of everything and how it went down. I really wish CPS would come in. Now, I know it sounds mean that I would say that, but here's the thing. That was straight negligence. Black people have the ability to have two kids in a stroller and three small toddlers walking next to them, and I shit you not, I guarantee you, not one of them about to run out in front of a car. Why? Because those mothers, baby, they will make everybody grab somebody else's hand, and then she will have the main hand. And ain't nobody going nowhere. Ain't nobody finna run out and have no accidents, not like that. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. We take care of, now there are some pretty bad mothers in our culture and our race, I will admit. But you ain't gonna see too many of us have that right there happen. Not that right there. No ma'am, no ham. Many things can happen, but not that one right there. Um, I'm looking for some more. Hang on, I'm on the wrong page. Oh, y'all know I read somewhere. Y'all know DJ Academics is like the blogger for Takashi 69. Somebody, I read somewhere yesterday where somebody posted that he had been fired. And I wanted to say charges were put against him, but I didn't take the snapshot. Um, Now, do y'all know who Herman Cain is? Let me Google who Herman Cain. It was a mistake, poor judgment. CPS, no. Well, very poor judgment. And I wonder what would have happened if she'd been out walking on the sidewalk in a public street. He could have been murdered. Mm-hmm. So there would have been one child down and one left to go. Poor judgment is an understatement. Because this was a much older woman. Now, if I remember correctly, she was on her phone. That's why she wasn't watching. So, I mean, we can agree to disagree. Absolutely. I'm just speaking, how I feel about it. See, accidents happen. That's just a part of life. That's a part of society. But you got to do better. Now, Herman Cain was a former presidential candidate. On Monday, June 29th, Herman Cain was informed that he had tested positive for COVID-19. By Wednesday, July 1, Cain had developed symptoms serious enough that he required hospitalization. He spent the past night in the hospital, and as of today, Thursday, he is resting comfortably in an Atlanta area hospital. He did not require a respirator, and he is awake and alert. Now, there is no way of knowing for sure how or where he contracted the virus, but we do know he's a fighter who has beaten stage 4 cancer. It is reported that with God's help, they're confident he'll make a quick and complete recovery and will soon resume hosting the Herman Cain Show at hermancain.com and Herman Cain's America on Newsmax TV. Now, the person that brought my attention to this post was Claudia Jordan. So he must be somebody that she follows. What's up, Candy Cane? Hey, boo. She said, nah, who that? Okay. Yeah. What's up, Candy? Yeah, well, y'all know, right about now, I'm feeling some kind of way about cherries. And I'm going to say this, and I know some people ain't going to like it, but it is what it is. That lady's petition has been out for over a year. I wonder where was all of the outrage when she first put that petition out. I mean, I'm just saying, kids weren't important in. I'm just saying, I'm not asking a question, child. That's all I'm asking a question. Let's move on. Um, get caught up. What else happened now? There was a black military woman that was also missing in the military. They found her dead. Her name was Lavina Johnson. So we're going to pray for her family. Um, the government is being dragged on Twitter for failing their soldiers and families. They were both murdered. And Lavina's case was horrific. And they actually closed her case. So they weren't even, like really serious about investigating the black girl's murder. So they want them to reopen her case and find her murderer. Let's see. Oh, I hate popping my tongue like that. I hear so many other people pop their tongue, sound like they tongue too big for their mouth. I mean, both of them do got beaver jaws, but hey, whatever. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too. I know it's gonna piss some people off. I really don't give a damn right now. Shout out to Ness. Ness said something the other night. Well, I heard listened to a video. I was probably a day or two late listening to it. But Ness had definitely made an observation that I can agree with. I signed that petition when it first came out. Me too, Camille. I did too. When it first came out, nobody was pushing it. Nobody was assisting her. She didn't have the backing back then. I was just curious, what changed between now and then? Not nothing other than the actual people that have come on board because they're kids are being dragged right now. But that petition is a year plus old. Nobody was making a big stink. They wasn't pushing it. They wasn't talking about it. It wasn't no issue. It wasn't no problem. People's kids was getting dragged back then. Hey, I was just wondering. Anyway, 5 hours ago, Jillian Woostenberg, 32, and Eric Woostenberg, 42, have each been charged with one count of felonious assault for using their guns to threaten Tequila Hill and her teen daughter outside of Chipotle. The Woostenbergers are licensed gun owners in Michigan. Guess who that is? You got it. That white woman that pulled her gun on that black lady and her daughter at her van. I said, hey, Aston Martin. He's always chewing on something. I bet he hauls the nuts in his cheeks. Well, he told the peoples about a week ago, I think it was, that when he pops his tongue like that, he said he usually has like a piece of candy or something in his mouth because when he get ready to do his lives, it helps to keep his whistle wet so that he don't get cotton mouth and don't dry out. But, yeah, okay, yeah. And then that other one, well, walnut cheeks it is. But yeah, I saw that video, and this was like, you know what? I can't even, take you serious no more, cause you keep on messing with this girl over here. So all I can say is shout out to God for allowing their friendship to continue to blossom, grow, sink, drown, swim, whatever direction it's going. May God bless the both of them to be together in whichever direction it goes. Me personally, I wouldn't be able to do it, but hey, to each his own. So now, yeah, this woman pulled his gun on this woman and threatened to shoot her, and was yelling and screaming and acting like she was scared. And then when they got ready to get her license plate, she was acting a complete monkey. But yeah, they done arrested her ass, charged her and her shady ass husband. I guess they thought driving away from the scene was going to save them from arrest. See, I blame Cheeto Head because he got these people thinking and feeling like this is something that they can do and that this is all right. He got them feeling like they can blatantly do this kind of shit in public. He got them feeling like this is the right thing to do, and got them feeling like ain't nothing gonna happen to you when you do it. So I guess I'm gonna shout out to God for sparing her life. But if God could have been a brother with a pistol a block away to snipe her ass out that parking lot, hallelujah. Yes, I could have praise dance on it. Praise dance. Praise dance. I sure could have. I sure could have crip walked and all on her ass. Hmm. Let's see. Lavinia Johnson, going back to the black military girl, they're saying she was found shot dead inside a burning tent with a broken nose, black eyes, and acid burns on her genitals in 2005. Guess what? They ruled her death a suicide. Gunshot wound, broken nose, black eyes, and acid burns on her genitals. And that's what suicidal people do? Okay, whatever you want to say. All right. Now, what city and state is this in? Seattle. Okay. Owners say police presence following chop sweep is hurting business. They show a business with a sign on the door saying closed early due to cops cutting off our business. Now, the Antifa people were dressed up, suited and booted like cops. They had the Kevlar, they had the zip ties for, when you're arresting a large crowd of people, like protesters and stuff, they use zip ties instead of handcuffs. They was in camouflage, I mean, whole nine, out there mimicking the police. Police arrested their ass a few days ago. Now, what's going to be interesting is if any of the charges stick or hold up. That's what's going to be really interesting. Thank you, Diva, because I think Run is sleep. She done passed out. She got somewhere to be in the morning. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. But they're saying cops caused businesses to close down and set up armed checkpoints to check IDs for people entering the space near the East Precinct. All things that people claim scary anarchists were doing, but false. Now I know Atlanta probably got a lot of this started because if you remember when Rashad Brooks was murdered, they was firebombing them police stations. They was burning them down, baby. They was setting them on fire, causing them police to run up out of there. I wonder did they ever run up out of there with some of them prisoners in tow, or did they just leave the prisoners in the burning building? I might need to look into that. Yeah. Anyway, uh, they yeah, they was clowning. Um, Oh, so they're reporting that Cheetos Heads group went after the anonymous account for mass reporting. and they made the account restricted. That's why I wasn't getting that many alerts. Let me see. I think I got a recording here where they was recording the woman, husband, wife charged with felony assault after gun is pulled on mom and daughter in Orient Turnpike. Now they interviewed her. I don't want to see the incident. I want to see. They said apparently what happened was they bumped into each other after walking out of Chipotle. There was one common theme between both stories. The three headed inside Chipotle, and one woman headed out with her food. There was a bump as they entered and exited. Bouchard said someone felt like they needed an apology, and it escalated from there. He said it was unclear who the aggressors were. The videos show explicit language being shouted at both parties as the white woman shuffles to the side of her car before backing up behind it. As she's backing up, she tells people, "Don't you effing jump behind my car." The woman holding the camera continues shouting at the person filming before getting back in the passenger seat of her car and leaves. This ignorant woman bumped into a 15-year-old and you're on camera and you're feeling threatened. You're blocking me from getting into my car. No one was blocking her. Okay, let me see. One of these. I don't want to play that one. Is this a video? She got the gun on me. She wanted to get out of the car. A confrontation in Lake Orion in a Chipotle parking lot around 6 p.m. Wednesday night. Okay. Authorities say the incident started when the white woman was leaving the restaurant and accidentally bumped into a 15-year-old who then demanded that the white woman apologize. The 15-year-old and her mother are black and both took video of the encounter. The video we're watching now was taken by the mother as it ended. This is the video when the incident started, and that was taken by the daughter. She bumped into me. She did something wrong. She needs to apologize. If she did this ignorant woman bumped into a 15-year-old. The video has now gone viral. But was the white woman trying to leave? Blocking me from getting out of the No, we weren't. No, we weren't. No, we weren't. You're ignorant. The woman's husband steps in. I want you to talk about this. She's very ignorant. Yeah, I bet it. You say somebody beat your white ass. Who the f*** do you think you guys are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You did nothing. Yeah, I did it. I did it. No, you didn't. Why did you say sorry? And I'm sorry if you. Why did you say sorry? Maybe you about me. You were like that. Sorry. No one is racist. And then it appears that the black woman stepped behind the car and may have even hit the car. Get the away from me! Get out of bed! Get back on my get away! Get the away! Get the away! Get the away! Oh! On Thursday afternoon, Sheriff Michael Bouchard announces felonious assault charges against the white woman with the gun and her husband. They have charged both the driver and the passenger with felonious assault, a 4-year felony. Even the sheriff says there are two sides to the story. There's three sides to the story. Your side, my side, and the truth. Now, shockingly enough, they got felonious charges. That's professional felony. You knew that was coming. Yeah, I saw that when it was crazy. See, that right there, see, where how we was raised, how we grew up, we don't do gunplay. If you pull it, you better use it. Otherwise, you might get it took from you and get it used on you. That's something we don't do. We don't play with guns. If you pull it out, bitch, you better unload. Period. Point blank. In my Willie D voice, no more talking. That part. Let's see. Oh, they arrested Epstein's girlfriend. Said she was finding them young girls for him to do whatever it was he was doing to them. Mm-hmm. I know. Where is this? Okay, protesters. This had to been last night or in the weekend hours this morning. What city is this in? Portland, Oregon. Oh my God. Portland, Oregon, baby. The protesters got big wood. They got all kind of barricades and and they got plywood, masks. They got goggles. They ready for the police to shoot stuff at them so that they won't get hurt. They got the umbrellas. Listen, hang on, the darn computer running low. Up this and all of this looting and protesting is really getting out of hand. Somebody really gonna get hurt, and it's not really accomplishing what we want to accomplish. But carry on. Let's see. Yeah, Portland, Oregon is really going hard. Now, Fort Lauderdale police officers thought their body cameras were off when they laughed and joked about shooting protesters with rubber bullets. Quote, did you see me fuck up those motherfuckers? Unquote, one said to laughter. Beat it, little fucker, officers laughed after shooting rubber pellets at protesters. So I guess y'all know what that means. The Miami Herald reported that. I guess they got suspended. I'm opening this up to see it. Laughed and celebrated after shooting them with rubber bullets. Leader of the SWAT team can be heard saying that officers shot less lethal projectiles at a protester. The protester was walking away after tossing a tear gas canister back at the line of police. A few minutes later, police officers came up to Barrow behind the line and asked if his body camera was off. Barrow replied incorrectly that his camera was in standby mode and not recording. The two officers then began laughing and joking about the people they had shot with rubber bullets. Serious misconduct. And while people are going at them for laughing and acting a fool, they're saying your video only showed 3+ minutes of an 8-minute video. We were clearly under attack. Well, if you were under attack, why did you put your camera in standby mode? These are all of the questions that these attorneys and prosecutors should be asking. What's up, Queen? Today's whoa, hey, baby. Hey, mama. These are the questions that they should be asking. If you guys were under attack, if they were throwing your smoke canisters back at you and hurling projectiles, your body cam should have been on. And frankly, it's my opinion that if you're on the clock, your cam should be on all the time until you clock out. See, that's the problem. They gave them those body cams to put us at ease, but then they give them the freedom and the privilege to turn them off and on and put them in standby mode and not. And I think that defeats the purpose. If they're on the clock, the cam should be on. They should not have the ability to fumble with that cam and put it in standby mode or to stop it from recording at all. And anybody's camera that gets caught in standby mode or is being proclaimed as an off or on standby mode and they're on the clock working, they should be terminated. And if anybody files a complaint of them doing something wrong, they should also have criminal charges pressed against them. That's just my opinion. You can't defend yourself if your camera ain't live and rolling. Period. Let's see. Okay, so y'all remember that black girl? I think it was in Seattle, who the police shot her in the face with rubber bullets. And I think it was Kim Kardashian that volunteered to pay her medical bills to get her face back pretty again. She testified, Latoya Ratliff testified to a congressional subcommittee after she was shot. One county south, Miami-Dade cop relieved of duty for hitting woman, taunting him for acting like you white. Wait, what? Y'all know I'm finna play this if it's got a video on it. Unlimited digital access. So they don't want to let me see the article because they want me to pay for it, and that's Google. So let me go over here under another Google and do a search and see. Okay, Miami Dade officer relieved of duty. Okay, that's YouTube. Fox. Here we go. Here we go. Seattle father mourning loss of son killed in chop zone gets calls from Cheeto Head. Wait a minute. That ain't what I want to see. I want to see the one. Here you go. Here you go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. Now, I'm gonna have, ooh, that got me on. Where my beer at? Let me take a swig. Ooh, shit. Okay. Her first mistake was she was in the airport. She was standing back. He was standing back. They was not in each other's space. She did not have a mask on. He did. They was arguing back and forth. She told him he was talking like he was black when he wasn't. She felt froggy. She stepped up into his personal space, got right up in his face. She wasn't as tall as he was, but while she was talking shit, she was leaning on him as though punking him down. And when I say he bitch slapped her, he bitch slapped her. I think he had probably knocked her out. It looked like he might have knocked her out. And whoever was recording, they ran up on him real quick to get him off of him because he wasn't done. That's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Relieved of duty. It's excessive use of force and unnecessary, according to the mayor. That's not what they were trained to do. But y'all, as much as he should have kept his hands to himself, as much as he was dead ass wrong for putting his hands on her, especially slapping her in the face, him being white and her being black, she had equal responsibility in that, because it was one thing to sit up there and argue back and forth with him, but homegirl literally walked up on him, invaded his space, and was using her chest to push up against him while she was talking shit. Now, whatever she said must have hit a nerve because he reached out and he touched her. Now, he was wrong, but she was wrong too. And that's what we can't do. We cannot excuse bad behavior. Now, I totally 300% disagree that he should have ever put his hands on her in any manner. He just shouldn't have done it. But little girl, know your place. Okay? You ain't no man. You a woman. You a black woman on top of that. So that's 2 strikes for you already. Don't go up and put your body on nobody, whether it was a police officer or not. Because as soon as you invade personal space and you actually touch them, whether it be with your titties, your stomach, your butt, or whatever, you done already violated somebody. So it's time for the violation to be returned to you. Well, him being a man hitting her may be wrong, but if she was in my space like that, I would have knocked her out. I would have too, Diva, absolutely. That's why I'm just saying, he was wrong. He was dead wrong. Ain't no ands if and buts about it. He was dead wrong. But she was wrong also. She was just as wrong. Now I don't think charges should be, well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even say that I don't think charges should be filed against her, because she if she had kept talking her shit from where she was at and let him walk up and punch her, then she would have zero liability in the case. Zero. But she walked up on him in a threatening manner and asked him, "What you want to do?" And he what? So you basically, black female, you were the aggressor, and you took your aggression a little bit too far. And now you got to go get your weed redone. So, I mean, right is right and wrong is wrong. What else happened? South Florida, 4 women and girls accused a police Halia officer Jesus Menical Jr. of sexual assault. Instead of disciplining him, the chief gave him a raise. Prosecutors wouldn't trust the victims in court. You should have been trusting the evidence or not. It won't let me look at no more. It want me to pay. I'm not going to pay. Okay, but it said the feds. I found another article where it says the feds arrested him. Oh no, it keep going back. I'm not paying you nothing. Okay, here goes somebody saying turning off a body camera on duty should be prosecuted as destruction of evidence. I agree. I absolutely agree. And I disagree with them defunding the police, because if they defund the police, the world as we know it will not only change for the New World Order, but the world as we know it will turn in a 24/7 purge. People be running around here destroying shit, messing up people, taking lives, taking kids, doing the most with no repercussions, no consequences, no disciplinary actions. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. And I don't even think people realize when they're asking, calling for the officials to defund the police, I don't even think they really know what they're talking about. I really don't. She was stupid and he fell for the okey doke. Yeah, he did. He did, Camille. He did. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to come through, bring y'all a little bit of news. Nothing too dark, but some stuff we could talk about. Um, and I definitely wanted to give my appropriate shout outs. Okay, so I gotta go get caught up on some things. Seem like I missed a lot, and I guess when you're working, you tend to miss quite a bit. But if it's dark information, child, I'm okay with it. Um, I will say this, that I do continue to pray that good people who don't really have issues, I hope it's God's will that they find the common ground and they can unite again. And, hopefully with no interaction, no outside influences, no BS, none of that. But I guess it is what it is. So, anywho's, love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Please hit the like button on your way out, and I'll see y'all on these streets. Ta ta.